from Colorado Mountain Living, and this week I wanted to give you an update on the drywall situation as well as our well. Actually, I was hoping that we'd have a little bit more progress than we do this week, so we've had some delays. Of course, it's like the home builders motto is that, we've got another delay. So what's happened this week is that our drywall start was supposed to happen today, but it actually got delayed because of delivery issues. So they're going to be starting tomorrow. Now, luckily that's only a 1-day delay and not like a week delay or a month delay like we've seen before. But even a day at this point in December, 1 day can set us back because we're trying to get stuff in after the drywall's done. So that's one more day of drywall work going into next week probably. And also, our well install is not 100% complete. Now, the well drill is completed and the water line is in, but we still don't have running water at this point. So yesterday, the well technician had come out to finish installing the pump, and that went into the well and everything's fine with that. But because of the weather, they've had some emergency calls. They've had other clients have frozen lines, so they weren't able to make our job a priority because they've got customers with frozen lines they had to take care of. That being said, they're hoping to come out maybe as early as tomorrow, but no later than Friday to finish the installation of the pressure tank so we can actually get the water flowing. So it's one of those things that we wanted to see that happen last week, but because of the effect, we had to get everything backfilled. So, things happen in stages. You can't do the next stage until you complete the first stage. So over the weekend, Brian spent the whole part of the weekend really doing most of the backfill all around the house. Now, he wasn't just pushing dirt into the hole and calling it done. He was leveling everything and trying to build up the back corner of the house where we need to add some more dirt to help raise up where above the foundation there. So there's a section where he's still going to add some more dirt, and it's going to add some more depth to the line at the side of the house. So, one long weekend, I wasn't around to help because I was working at a craft show. And so Brian was doing all the backfill, and then he spent a good part of the weekend also chopping wood. So we're going through a lot of wood right now because we don't have the radiant floor heating installed yet. But hopefully that's all happening on Friday. So we do have our plumber booked for Friday. He's coming out to install the boiler. He's going to hook up all of the radiant heat. So hopefully by Friday afternoon, we'll have the radiant heat going as well as running water into the house. So these are still a couple of little things that we have to do. Also, got to call the natural gas company so they can coordinate the day that they're coming out. Now, our plumber may have already done that, but I'm going to double check and call them and make sure that they're going to be here Friday so we can have the natural gas turned on so we can run our appliance, the boiler. So what else is happening this week? Well, we're getting close to middle of the month, and we had goals of getting into the house before the end of the year. So we're kind of switching that goal up. We're thinking maybe instead of having everything said and done, we'll have the house completely prepped so we can finish it earlier in the new year. But we still have to get all of our flooring. So we've been picking that out, and I can show you some of the choices we've been looking at for flooring as well as wall finishes and the different tile that we're looking at.
So in looking at the kitchen, our tile, we're going to pick like a grayish blue long rectangular tile. I think that'll complement the color of the cabinets really nice. And it'll kind of offset the rest of the house. It's more in brown tones. And then for the backsplash, I want to pick something really simple and cheap since we're going to have to be moving it anyway when we make the rest of the house. So just a very basic white backsplash. For the master bath, Brian was thinking of something really rustic looking, especially for the floor. And he found this nice irregular patterned stone tile. And then there's going to be an accent wall, especially around the bathtub. That'll be like an alcove where we do like a tongue and groove pine. The shower will feature small tiles that'll help with the contour of the shower pan, and that will be smaller square 1-inch tile in a stone finish. Where the master bedroom will be up in the loft, we're thinking about doing an additional flooring of like a scraped bamboo, something really rustic looking. And then we'll have an accent wall in the master closet for cedar. So that'll kind of give the preservation of cedar as well as contrasting color. For the living room, Brian is looking at doing an accent wall in a ledge stone pattern, especially maybe around the wood stove. And then I'm most excited about the flooring choice. We're going to do like a circular sawn rough hewn floor, and I think that'll add a nice warmth and rustic feel to tie in everything really for the timber frame home.
It's kind of fun to do the selection of the finish work and kind of pick out the character that you want in your home and the colors and the textures and all of that. So we probably next weekend we're going to make a run down to the floor decor store. Can you say that three times in a row? But Floor Decor has been recommended to us as a local place where we can have a lot of selection at a really good price and a really good quality. We had to order a lot of things online and then they ship it to the store and then we pick it up at the store. So probably next weekend will be this coming weekend will be our big pickup for all of our flooring. And we're still trying to decide what we're going to do in the loft. Brian thinks an extra layer of maybe some hardwood flooring up there might give a little bit more stability for something really heavy like our bed. And then picking up all the tile. So that has to happen. Also probably moving the toilet that's temporary downstairs into its permanent location in the bathroom area so we can have that corner to install all of the plumbing that needs to go in the area, including the boiler and the expansion tank for the pump, for the well pump and everything. So those are some of the main things that are happening this week.
Yep, finally all the backfill done. Looks pretty good and level. Brian spent a lot of time trying to level out this section here. He filled in a little bit of extra with some of the stuff that we had ordered. Wood pile, that was also a weekend project for Brian, chopping up a couple more trees and cutting up all this wood. And coming around the corner, you can see all filled in. And he's still continuing.
Well, guys, I know that was a little quick update for you. Not a whole lot to show different in the house other than we're cleaning up the area to get ready for the drywallers to show up. So once they start working, I might be able to capture a little footage there for you, as well as the rest of the water and the expansion tank and the plumbing to kind of get that in. Hopefully that happens by the end of the week. So this week we're going to be focusing on getting and selecting all of our flooring, and curious what you guys think about what we've picked out so far. It's not said and done. We still are making our final decisions this week, but I think we definitely have to pull the trigger and get our flooring picked out so it can have a chance to sort of rest for about a week inside the house before we install it, because we want to have a chance for the wood to adapt to the internal environment of the house. So we'll have that all ordered, and maybe while we're on vacation, we can do all the floor install after the fact. For the hardwood at least. Maybe we can get the tile done before vacation. So time is definitely running out for us as far as getting our goals done by the end of the year like we had hoped, but we definitely have had a lot of progress despite all of the delays. You know, weather is always going to be a delay this time of year, and even in the summertime, I suppose it can be a delay if you get a lot of rain or wind or what have you. So despite the cold, despite the snow that we've had so far, we have been able to get a good chunk of progress done, especially by hiring subcontractors. That's definitely saved us the most time. So you guys, we are so close. We just have a couple weeks left of working as hard as we can to see what we can wrap up. We know the drywall will be done. We know the plumbing will be done. So, and we'll have heat inside the house. It's just a matter of how much more finished work we can get done before we have to take off. But you know, it'll be a really fun project to look at when we get back, when we're all refreshed and we know like the next step will be moving in. So it's not a bad deal. Even though we're a little bit delayed, the weather is actually really nice right now. It's really sunny and we hardly even need to run the wood stove that much. So things are looking up for sure, and it's getting more exciting because it's like that much closer to the, being upstairs, because it's definitely prettier up here, I can tell you, with all the windows and everything. So thanks for sticking with us, guys. We'll update you soon on the next set of progress. Hopefully I can catch some of the drywallers in action tomorrow, and we'll see you at the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.